There we go. Thank you. Okay, so Lily is representing the 20-something crew, and you're going to represent the 30-something crew next year.
Yep, yep.
Um, so we brought Lily on because she is the Vermont Aware representative, and we have representatives all over. But Lily's going to just give voice to why she cares about being on this team, why she cares about the movie. We're not going to give you time to talk about your story, but the brief is Lily was in the hospital in 2023,
2020 and
2020,
2024.
but Lily went in voluntarily and she had a pretty decent experience,
Yeah.
and she had the support of her mother, and she did have a spirit.
Not exactly your story now. Um, but I like the contrast. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
And what were you in for?
Yeah, so I was diagnosed in 2020. I was diagnosed as bipolar 1.
Can
And
you
then-
turn up the, oh,
Yeah, that's it. And we're not going to go too much detail, but yeah,
I want to hear it.
it's as far.
Turn it up.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, keep going.
Yep, testing, check, check.
Go.
Yeah, it's as loud as it's gonna
All
be.
right, keep going. That's okay.
Yeah,
So
so
that
I was diagnosed with bipolar 1 disorder in 2020.
And you knew it at the time.
I didn't. I know Janet mentioned we don't want to go too into detail, but it was just we had no idea what psychosis was. We had no idea. I really didn't know that I was going through that.
Okay. It's an honest answer.
Was it really a bipolar disorder, or was it a spiritual experience?
Right.
Yeah, it definitely felt like a spiritual experience.
Do you believe that you were bipolar? Do you believe it?
I do not.
Looking retrospectively today, you still do not believe you were.
I think something was going on, but I don't really fit the definition of a bipolar person.
Yeah.
And can you briefly explain the spiritual experience?
Yeah, well, definitely, I I felt like I was hearing the cries of the world. I felt this overwhelming sense of kind of pain and suffering, and it just felt like a very much a call to action. Yeah, it's been quite a journey. I worked in the mental health field for 3.5 years afterwards as a peer specialist. And that, kind of, not talking about the spiritual side of things, but, it was just interesting supporting and guiding other people through their own kind of identity of what they went through. But in terms of my own experience, yeah, it did feel like a breaking point and a crack in my reality, so to speak.
But not for you. It wasn't a reset for you personally.
It was a rock bottom.
Okay. Okay. So
And she came back like in the last few years.
Clearly.
Clearly, right? Clearly. So I'm going to schedule you for more meetings with her because I got to manage the time, Stephen. I love that you asked her. I have to. Thank you, Lily.
Yep.
And Lily is in our films.
She's going to
Lily's in our films. So, Mary, we really wanted to spend most of the time with you because it's so pertinent, your trial and our movie. And, on the side, I know God's orchestrating this. So we got a mixed believing team here. But I want to start not with your story. Stephen can read about it. You can watch the videos, and Stephen might override me anyway. But why do you think this is so important that why we're partnering we're doing a movie, you're doing a real trial. Just tell us from, from God, from your soul. You just go. You just go, Mayor.
Yeah. Thank you guys for being here. And it is one of those things where I can't, I would spend the whole 30 minutes on my story if that was what this was about, because I can talk about that for hours. But I am so thankful to be aligned with you guys in this new year, 2026. I feel like is really going to be a year that brings a lot of awareness to everyone. And the reason I believe so strongly in it is I didn't know that the place that I trusted, and I would send kids that I'm a principal in Alaska, and at the time, I would send kids who were suicidal or who were really in a bad place to get assessed for their mental health so that they wouldn't commit suicide and things like that. And I just had no idea. I trusted the system. I trusted the hospital because my experience prior to my spiritual experience was that hospitals help you, they heal you, they are good. Doctors, I put trust in doctors. But then when I had my spiritual experience and I was involuntarily in the hospital and saw firsthand what happened, I know that God wanted me to see it because I said before when I was talking to Calvin and Janet that I used to pray all the time for about 3 years. It was my go-to prayer. God, give me the eyes to see what grieves your heart and the courage to do something about it. And so as Lily was saying earlier, where she had like this tremendous grief or just heaviness on her heart for the suffering that was happening in the world, I was able to be placed in the middle of it in such a profound way that I knew God wanted me to see exactly what I was seeing. I almost felt like I was a spy in the hospital at the time, just
Same story. Same
yeah,
story.
seeing so much that needs to be revealed and needs to be fixed because it's so traumatic and wrong. My
You
experience
are
wasn't
so
good.
key. You are so key to this. And I'll tell you something that's fascinating for me. I tend to separate people into those who save the world and those who savor the world.
Hmm.
Everyone in this room is here to save the world, not savor it.
Yes.
And it's amazing the victims of this horseshit system are those who are out there to save it. The selfish bastards never end up in the hospital.
He
Yeah.
will not monitor himself.
Yeah, I won't monitor myself, so you'll get a roar here.
No, I
Um,
appreciate that. I love raw and real.
yeah, you two are amazing because it's straight from here. There's nothing coming from here. It's
No.
from here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, your story, especially, Mary, it's a fascinating story because it's her story.
It is.
Yeah. And that's
And
what
I
blew me
wrote
away.
that story
Yeah.
with her from the beginning.
Wow.
The same exact story. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly
I
the
mean,
same
seriously,
story.
when I ran across Janet, I was feeling like, oh my gosh, there's someone out there who had a similar experience to me. And she gave me so much hope because she had it and processed it a while ago. And I was just fresh on mine, where I knew that I was having a very incredible God experience. Like, I know if there's anything I know to be true in this world, it is that experience. It was
Yep.
so clear and so powerful. And I wouldn't trade it for anything, like anything. I mean, even though the aftermath and how I was handled was so traumatic that it pretty much destroyed me in a lot of ways. Like at the time, it broke me in a lot of ways, but I wouldn't trade it for the world because of my knowing that God is real. Like, like most people don't get to truly know that in this lifetime.
The people who break tend to become stronger in the broken places.
Amen. I used to pray.
Both of
Oh
you
my
did.
gosh.
Both of you
I-
did. The other thing, Mary, that's amazing to me is I remember the original conversation with Janet 20 plus years ago.
Wow.
And we were on the phone while she was sitting there and they were pumping drugs into her. And I told her, I told her that she is a spy in the house of crazy.
Yes.
That's what I said.
Yes.
You are there to make a movie
Yep.
because you're a lot smarter than the people who are treating you right now.
Well, that's what
And
was
that's
happening.
exactly how she
Yes.
took it.
That's
And
what
you
I was
used the
like. You
same
guys are
exact
so-
terms.
yes.
And I couldn't believe what you just said. This is exactly what we were talking about.
Yes. Yes.
So this story is so similar and strikes the same chord. This one has to be told.
Amen.
You two have to get to know each other.
Yep.
You follow
Yep.
the same path. It's amazing.
Stephen, what you just said, when I was in my place of the most shattered place I've ever been in my life was after I got out of the hospital. And I wrote in my journal, is it possible to be devastatingly broken and come back more healed and whole than ever before? And I wanted the answer to that to be
It's
true.
typical. Yeah, it's not only
Yes.
possible, it's typical.
Yes.
You know,
And-
does life happen to you or does it happen for you?
Amen.
Yeah, there were reasons you were broken and you became stronger in the broken places. You're
Yes.
an amazing story. I've got to tell you, you are
Thank
an
you.
inspirational story.
Yeah.
If you ever make it to Wall Street, I'm going to put you up at the podium just to
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Oh,
Yeah.
yes. March. March or September.
March 19th, right?
Right. I'm gonna move this to talk about the trial part, because again, you know, you could talk to Stephen forever. Talk a little bit about your chutzpah, your mojo, your everything, your God ordained guidance to you're leading your own court case, Mary.
Yeah, and I didn't want to be in the position where I'm leading my own court case. I desperately wanted a lawyer to guide me through it, but I couldn't find a lawyer who had the kind of passion for the work and that needs to be exposed and done. And so I found lawyers that were trying to talk me into making my experience about something else, and that they just wanted a quick settlement. I didn't want a quick settlement. Money is secondary
Untypical for
to me.
lawyer.
Yeah. Yeah, so I went through 3 different lawyers and just realized, well, I can't afford to pay them. I mean, they took my case on contingency, but I couldn't afford to just keep going in the wrong direction. I mean, they were wanting different things than I knew needed to come out of this. I even had my most recent lawyer tell me that you don't get justice from the justice system. And I said, well, I believe that I will. So I have to keep moving forward. And so I had these lawyers telling me that, don't you dare try to do this on your own. And I said, well, no one's going in the direction that I need. And I know where I need to go with this. So I need to have my own voice in the process. So right now I am covered by Legal Shield. Anytime I need a lawyer's advice, I reach out because I have a membership with Legal Shield. But I am in the driver's seat of what the story is about because I want to walk this so closely to the purpose that God put me in it. God showed me something that he wants exposed so it can be changed because it's breaking so many human beings. It's the opposite of what mental health patients need. And I just know that I'm
That's
supposed
so
to be a
true,
part of that
Mary.
change.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah.
And as far as the blood-sucking parasites, I mean the lawyers, I tell the difference.
That's
between
being nice to
medicine.
the
I'm being
bloodsuckers.
nice. And I'm
That's
being
being nice to
nice,
the
right?
bloodsuckers.
Right. You are
The
the best
vampire
lawyer
sucking
you've got to
lawyers.
find because you're actually seeking justice.
Yes.
Holy shit! Imagine that from the justice system.
Yeah.
You want justice.
Yes.
Wow, it's a miracle.
Yeah.
Mary, could you comment briefly, because it's so powerful, on your deposition? Because Mary needs to record the entire deposition. It is amazing, but could you brief us on how you walk through the deposition?
Well, I do have the video of the whole deposition. I paid for it.
All right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I have the video.
brief us. All right.
Yeah, but the deposition was 6 hours, and actually it was 5 hours with the
6 hour
video.
deposition.
Yeah. But it was so the big hospital lawyer, the one who's kind of leading the whole charge. I've got 2 law firms that I'm dealing with. One is the hospital set of lawyers, and the other one's the emergency doctors set of lawyers. So because they have a joint agreement for the ER at that hospital. And so he flew to Bozeman and met me in person. I thought it was going to be over Zoom, but no, they're taking it seriously. Thank goodness. I'm glad, finally. And he flew in person, and he just tried to catch, he just tried to do what lawyers do. And I prayed before I went into that, just God, reveal the truth, give me the strength I need to pause when I need to pause and speak when I need to speak. And I just give me a sense of calm so that your truth and your purpose can be revealed. And boy, it was the coolest experience ever, because what I found was he was trying to get me to talk he would pause and take a lot of notes, and I would just sit quietly waiting because I knew I wasn't supposed to keep talking. I answered his questions and I answered them truthfully, but I didn't give him more when he was trying to fish.
Exactly how you handle it. Perfect.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was the best experience because it gave me a voice for the first time in 2.5 years.
Right.
And I felt like my voice was not only, I felt like my voice scared them a little bit. Like, they're like, holy shit, we messed with the wrong person. And I'm like, thank you, finally.
I think they did.
Yeah, the only thing you were missing, Mary, was holy water and an exorcist.
Yeah,
That's about the only thing you were missing. Next time
Yeah.
the lawyers show up, sprinkle
yeah.
them. Good job.
So again, you're giving Stephen a brief. Going forward, tonight we're gonna walk through a little roadmap of the next 7 months, because that's what we got until
Okay.
August 10th. We'll do that off sides. But talk just on your own. Talk to Stephen, talk to the group here. What do you see as the way we can help each other? Because we are doing a movie. We still need to do a movie, and we need to support you in this court case. And we might add Calvin's comment in as well. But I have a picture of what we're going to do for 7 months. Why don't you speak on what would help both the movie and the court case?
So I only need I'm good with not being represented right now. I'm fine because I'm in a process of a lot of work that I can do. And I would rather save if I do hire a lawyer again, I need to be sure it's the right person with the right heart and the right passion for the purpose that I have. But I don't need that until trial. Right now, I'm good with understanding what needs to happen and when it needs to happen. From you guys, I just want to be a part of. I love that you are doing a movie to bring awareness to the world. That needs to happen because people don't believe people like me who are experiencing something like that, because it's so contrary to everything we know about what happens in a hospital to human beings. And so I just love that you guys are going in that direction. Just stay the course and keep on that. And then as an expert like Dr. Chatlos has agreed to be an expert witness for me. I don't necessarily need anyone who's not willing to do it, but if anyone's willing to do it, I do have Jim Gottstein and I do have Dr. Chatlos. I did hear back from Lukoff, and he says he's fully retired, but he gave me a name of someone that he mentored. And I did reach out to Dr. Liu. I think that my biggest thing is I just need experts to back up what we know. However, I still feel like the truth about my situation is all there in the hospital paperwork. It's all there in the news already. I feel like I've got the victory one way or the other. Like it's coming because they broke the law.
The courage to do what you did, you won.
Yeah.
You already won.
Yes.
No matter how far we take this. But everyone is going to get a voice here, including you.
Yeah.
And follow up to the movie is your story will be told and known.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So will tens of thousands of others.
Yes.
So we're going to give people a voice. And you're going to be a great voice. You
Yeah.
really are.
You really are, Mary. What I've heard and the way I've heard you say it, you're the best.
Yes.
Just keep doing it the way you're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. You know what was so cool about all of this, or the timing of this, is while I was, I have it in my room. When this happened, the timing of it couldn't have been better. I was at the top of my career, 24 years in education, 17 or 18 years as a principal. And I was the principal of the year for the state of Alaska. In the middle of it, representing in DC and going on trips to DC to be the voice for the principals in Alaska for advocacy. And as this happened to me in the middle of that year that I was the voice for the principals in Alaska, I came out of the hospital and I was in a leadership magazine that was on my desk at the time. That's like the big principal magazine for the nation. And I thought, this is why I was the principal of the year, so that it wasn't even about the principal of the year. It was about this.
Yes.
This is
Yes.
this gives me credibility.
Yes.
And it says, if this could happen to me, this can happen to anyone. And it draws people in. You know, I don't care about titles. I don't care about titles at all. That's not why I'm in this world. I even have "Be the Change" tattooed on my wrist. Like, I'm here to be the change that we need to see. And so I'm like, wow, how cool is that God, pulled all of that together for this purpose. I love it.
I'm not going to give you a chance. I want to make sure you can come back. Lily, I want to bring you in on this because I think this is the first time you heard this detail. And even though you had a good experience, until you say no, you are representing the younger generation who did not have a good experience. And we all want to prevent this. We want to support the younger generation. They don't have to go through the torture we did. All right. So what is this doing for you, for all the people including Australia and whatever? Why don't you have a voice here of how could this, why do you care about these people around the world that didn't have a good experience based on what we're doing here?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's a great example, of having the multi-generational kind of point of view, that it happens to everyone almost everywhere. And how, we can kind of be united through our experiences and have something good come from all the bad experiences.
And you do know, younger people who have gone through this.
Oh, yeah. So it's still happening. It's like an interesting timestamp to kind of represent what's going on, even, 20, 30, 40 years later.
Stephen, take it over.
Yeah, great people want to make a dent in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to make a dent in the universe. And the next 20 to 30 years, a very large dent. Mm-hmm. We have a technical term for people like you. We call you people who give a shit. Okay. It's very technical.
Yes.
We're very technical on Wall Street. You actually care about someone besides yourself. Mm-hmm. And you care about the world. You're going to make a difference. And to us, you are a future warrior. Mm-hmm. So it's very important to get you on board right now, because this is happening way too frequently to way too many people.
Yeah.
Do you know the reason I put her up on the table 20 plus years ago? You know the reason?
Why?
Because people were committing suicide at an amazing rate in the colleges.
Yeah.
There were 6 suicides in NYU.
Yeah.
In 1 year, 6 kids took their lives. She wanted to stop that. And she came up with a toolkit to stop it. And as a result, she ended up in an institution. Okay.
Wow. So that's exactly my situation. I wanted to stop it because every day.
Yeah. I think there's a parallel universe because you're both in it right now and they're colliding.
Yeah.
Uh,
But that was what I was seeing, is that more and more kids throughout my career were suicidal. Like every day I was getting alerts that someone was going to kill themselves at like 2 a.m. I would get alerts. Like it was grieving my heart so bad. I did not want to go to any more students' funerals because going to one was too many.
and but that was her story, Mary.
Yeah, I didn't know that until just now.
And she came up with a toolkit,
Wow.
the absolute brilliant toolkit to stop this. And
Oh
I
my
pulled her
goodness.
up there. I gave a great speech. I told
Wow.
her she's got to change the world. And next week, I'm talking to her while she's in an institution.
Can you guys
drugged.
see what my
Okay.
shirt says?
What does it say, Mary?
Girl, you can change the world.
It's
Oh my God.
it's amazing what one person with passion can do.
Oh, yes.
Okay?
Yes.
It's amazing what one person can do. And it's amazing how few people make a difference.
Yeah. Yeah.
The two of you are meant to make a difference.
And so are all of you.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the story of everyone that's sitting in this room right now.
Yep. Yep.
The story is trying to make a dent in the universe.
Yes.
All except him.
We go back to the 70s. I'm just saying, we go back to the 70s. You know what? I can't see how long this goes, and if it shuts off, that means it's the end. But
Okay.
you know, again, Brett, if you can see how long this goes, I can't see it. Who wants to say something? Calvin, you haven't said anything.
I don't know if I need to say anything.
Okay.
That's such an honest answer.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hearing good stuff and I don't have any more questions. I've spoken with Mary.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm sold.
Good. Brett, would you like to say something? Because, you know, Brett's story is another one of multiple hospitalizations, which we will not go into. But Brett, what's your feeling right now?
Okay.
All right. Oh, we have 10 minutes. Great.
Our meeting will end in 10 minutes.
Perfect.
On the dot.
You got 9 minutes and 99 seconds.
I love that. First of all, I'd love you to be my mentor because being infamous is like one of my bucket list. Infamous. Infamous.
Yeah, it's called having a big fucking mouth.
I'm good. I'm good. I just want to say thanks to you both for all the beautiful work you're doing and what you stand for. I'm all about everything you both shared. I work in concept architectures and new ideas, Mary. So for me, Be the Change became story living instead of storytelling. So I talk about living our story.
Oh, I love that.
My project is called the Civil Rights Movement instead of a movement, a movie and a movement. So a movement for the soul. I borrowed the line Civil Rights Movement for the Soul from Neil Donald Walsh in his first book for Conversations from God. And I always loved that line. And for me, this is a much bigger, broader planetary scale subject, like you're saying, beyond schizophrenia, bipolar. Like for me, I don't really care if you're bipolar or not.
Yeah.
You're still going to get treated that way, number one.
Yeah.
Number two, the whole school system's broken anyway. That's part of the problem.
Yeah.
Like kids sitting in school, for 45 minutes at
Yeah.
a desk, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So we've got bigger existential problems on the planet than, only the hospital system. However, because of our personal stories, I had, like you, I was, drugged up against my will several times. Everything you talked about, I went through. And then I went back to school for psychosocial rehabilitation, and I was on the other side of it to see how the bureaucracy works and how people are handcuffed. And then I went off on my own to discover my hero's journey and all that. So I'm into media. I'm into movies. Nothing I've done professionally. It's just for me it's the only thing to do, really. So I'd be quite excited to keep investigating how your case becomes, again, this, I like the meta, fact and fiction. And for me, it's all intertwined to such a degree. Like you winning that case on paper will be great for you, but it will mean nothing. Like you winning a couple $100,000 or 5 million is awesome. More power to you. But it's meaningless without the context to me.
Yes.
Of the movement, and the
Mhm.
civil rights side of it. So that's what I'm excited about. That's what I'm here for. And quite frankly, in your regards, I'm not really interested in making little documentaries or getting a couple $100,000. I want to turn New Jersey into a pioneer for mental health reformation, which is what I call my work in homage of Martin Luther, both Martin Luthers actually. Um, so for me, it's about reformation. Like we need to stand at the citadel of all of the systems you're talking about and not back down anymore. Like for me, it's time to get into the basements and like marching on Selma, whatever it is. It's not about fighting it, but we need to create something new that makes all these things obsolete, as the famous Bucky Fuller once said. So I'm all about obsoleting what sucks by creating something new.
I love it. Yay.
Rather than continuing to fight it, I'm not someone who believes we can fix it from the inside, to be honest.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's too slow. There's too many people
Yeah.
dying. There's too much inertia, and there's too much institutional colonization. Call it whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like we have to get creative, and we have to outsmart, outcreate, like outthink, out imagine everyone, all these like limitations of that system. And to me, we do it through art.
Oh, art.
Wow.
Yeah, you were
Beautiful.
the-
Beautiful.
I mean, to be honest, artivism.
All right.
Art with activism.
That was a beautiful intro.
Art with activism. Yay.
This is why all of you and Stephen will want to talk to Bret. Bret has been in hospital six times.
I think so.
Six times. Six
Holy
times.
shit.
Well, I'm like Mary. I had a calling. The docu-series based on what I'm doing is called Unbreakable Spirit.
Wow.
To talk about what you're talking about.
That's
This
I
unbreakable-
couldn't pick a better
I was
name.
in a book in 2011 where I shared my story of my first experience with Lisa Nichols. You know, like the Chicken Soup for the Soul crowd.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
make a book and you all co-author, and it's really a calling card. It's not really a book.
It's all
It's a way to become a speaker. And
right.
and I kind of failed my first attempt at that, but the name of the book was Unbreakable Spirit, and I've always stuck with that. And I feel like that's what we're all talking about here. And for me, it's a God. I'm a very religious, spiritual, whatever you want to call it, person. So I'm on board with destiny. And like you're saying, there's a reason I ended up in that place 5 times.
Yeah.
And there's a
Yeah.
reason why I kept going back. And I kept going back because I needed to learn what this whole story is about. And from an honest perspective, if I was well, I wouldn't have ended up there. The big issue is how I was treated when I ended up there and the infrastructure that has been created for these kinds of experiences. So for me, again, I'm really big in my work of saying you can sod bipolar or spiritual. To me, everything is a spiritual experience. And for your sake, Lily, what the language I use is I actually say I have the bipolar experience.
Right.
Because I'm bullshitting if I don't say my Capricorn, my Enneagram, my archetype is very intense. And I can go up and down. I'm very creative. My mind's like a quantum computer. All I did was learn to manage that expansive gift that God gave me. Which is the bipolar
Amen.
experience.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
a disorder, but it is an experience. And that makes a difference because we can't bypass, right? Like, someone locks a door 200 times a day, or they're, hearing voices. We can't say those things don't happen, or that we should respond to them. But to pathologize them and put them in a container of sick, pathologizing the human experience was a bad. I
Yeah.
mean, it was an evolutionary step. It's an evolutionary step. Humanity has to grow. There's a trajectory of how much humanity can handle and then stage and then stay with. So I did my forgiveness work so as much as I can.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, there has to be like if I'm I can't be silent, whatever that famous saying is. Like at some point, if you're silent, you're part of the problem.
You're evil.
You're part,
You're evil.
you're
It will
you're an
cut us off.
oppressor if you're silent, and I won't stay on that side.
It will cut us off. We now know why we're going to keep talking to each other.
Oh, you guys, I'm so fired up. I just want to be in the room with you. Like,
Yeah.
this is amazing. This is
Mary?
amazing.
You
Yeah,
are.
Mary, let's see how it works, but Stephen has a roundtable in March and then in September. So it's either
June and September.
June and September. All right. So it's either before or after your trial, but you're coming to New Jersey. And Lily, we're coming to Vermont and you're coming down. So this is good.
And
The right people.
I just want to say something. Mary, anytime you need me, call me as you're going through this year and preparing for the trial.
Thank you so much. I will.
Keep us in touch with what's going on so we can follow it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give Stephen the last words, and if it cuts us off, we're not coming back. So Stephen.
Okay.
Dare cut me off.
Even Zoom cannot.
You know, my favorite,
You got 21 seconds.
my favorite phrase is inspirational dissatisfaction. Everyone in this room and on Zoom right now has experienced inspirational dissatisfaction. Definition, I am effing pissed off and I'm gonna do something about it.
Yeah.
There's your inspirational
There
dissatisfaction.
you go.
Yes.
We're effed.
Yes. We're effing pissed off and we're going to do something about it.
The Christian talking too.
Yeah. Hey, we're fired up. I love it.
We are.
New Year.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. The end. Thank you all
Oh
for
my
being
gosh.
here.
Thank you. Thank you,
We'll talk
Janet. Thank you.
soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Lily. Thank you, Janet. Thank you,
Thanks.
everyone.
Bye.
Brett, Stephen, and Calvin. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Actually have a friend in Bozeman. I was